as you were at the top of the table over in the Championship, of course, with Ipswich Town and Leicester City still occupying the 2 automatic spots. But is there a third horse in this race? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks, Bottom's giving a prediction video. Today we'll take a look at match day number whatever it is, of course, over in the Championship, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button, bang everything, all things Rovers related, Championship related, world football related. We got it all here, boys, in a bloody basement. That's right, I'm in the middle of nowhere. That's right, but the predictions got to keep on going. Of course, what a weekend it's been, though, for the likes of Leeds, making a real good push to break into the top 2. Of course, we'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, if you're new, again, make sure you subscribe. And of course, whopping 78% of you are still unsubscribed. And make sure you smash the old like as well. Get the YouTube algorithm working for you. And a big shout out once again to my YouTube patrons, of course. You know who you are. Big shout out to you guys. But anyway, let's get cracking in a bit of a weird one here because we are recording this a little bit ahead of time. The Rovers-Norwich game has yet to take place. So hopefully I'm happy. Hopefully I see the future and I'm happy. You'll understand as we take a deep dive into these one then, shall we? So here we go. Cook on the screen right about now. You should see my predictions, of course, with the results. Of course, I'm going to add that. You know, movie magic. But of course, I do know that Leeds picked up a cheeky win over Leicester City to make themselves contenders. Of course, Ipswich Town left it late, pulled off a 2-2 draw against Birmingham. I know that. Bristol City with a big win as well over Sheffield Wednesday. What else happened? Preston with a big win over Coventry. I think it was all square between Plymouth and Middlesbrough. Of course, West Brom big winners over Hull City, and I got that one bang on the nose. Of course, ball draws between Stoke and Cardiff and Swansea, and then Sunderland. But again, they don't know the Rovers game. And hopefully we come out of this with something. And again, the table should look like this, but we do know that Leicester and Ipswich are tip of the top of the table, of course, with Leeds not too far away, and of course going down still the unlikely trio there, or the likely trio of Sheffield Wednesday, QPR, and Rotherham United. Those, of course, is the state of play. And again, can't do the Super Brew. What? That's 2 weeks now, Dirk. Sort that out. Sort it out. Yeah, I can't. I don't have all the tools. I am bare bones here, bare bones. But I'm getting the videos to you, and now that does requires or appreciation of a like. Please smash your like, just because I am doing it. I'm doing it with bare bones in a basement, barely. I don't even know if they know I'm in here. I'm locked in the basement. Anyway, get going. It still exists. Just keep on your getting predictions. But anyway, these are the next games, of course. And of course, we have a bit of a Bobby Dazzler to kick us all off on the Friday night, which of course is not that one. But we'll get to it in a minute, of course. There is going to be at least one game in the Championship that's not included on this one. That's Rotherham against Ipswich, taking place on Tuesday, November the 7th. But forget all that. Let's get in the deep end then, of course, take a look at one of the early kickoffs on Saturday, November the 11th at the Stadium of Light. It's Sunderland, it's Birmingham, it's Tony Mowbray, it's Wayne Rooney. Oh, it's a cherry to behold. 28 times they've played each other since 1993. We've got 12 wins for Sunderland, we've got 8 wins for Birmingham, we've got 8 draws, of course. Biggest win for Sunderland, 3-0 win. They've got 35 goals in those 28 matches, 1.25 goals a game. Up against Rooney FC, 3-1 win, their biggest, 25 goals scored in 28 matches, 0.89 goals a game. Rooney's still winless in his tenure here, 4 games now without a win. However, he did pick up a point. You've got to say it as a monster point against the high-flying Ipswich. 14th for the table, 19 points on the board. Up against Sunderland, just 1 win in 5 now, 42% point for them. Also 8th for the table, though 23 points on the board. Last time around at the Stadium Light, it was a 2-1 win for Sunderland back in April 2023 in the Championship. A quick look at the odds right here, right now. We have Sunderland 2013 on for the victory here. They're favoured. 14-5 is your draw. 4-1 is your long shots. That's Birmingham. Again, I'm back in a 2-0 win for Mowbray's boys. Again, Wayne Rooney FC taking an L. But I think there was some signs of positivity from Birmingham. They looked good at times against Ipswich. It's just unfortunate that they couldn't hold on because Ipswich are, believe it or not, and I still can't believe it, they're the real deal, and they're going to keep on keeping on, it looks like. Next up, we do have a bit of a zinger chicken dinners on Friday, November the 10th. Now, I will be hitting the road when this game takes place. I'll be listening to Pete, of course, doing the watch-along, and see how we get on against Preston. A bit of a Northwest crunch clash, of course, and again, we're looking at this with Rovers still to play against Norwich. But anyway, they played each other 18 times, 2-1, we got 7 wins apiece, 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Rovers, 4-1 win, got 30 goals in those 18 matches, 1.67 goals a game. Up against Preston, of course, 4-1 win there. biggest. 28 goals scored in 18 matches, 1.56 goals a game. Of course, Preston, 33% form for them right now, just 1 win and 6. Of course, that was most recently, though, against Coventry. 6th in the table, 25 points on the board right now. Up against Rovers, 50% form for them right now, 15th in the table, and 19 points on the board, of course. But heading into this one, we do have last round at Ewood Park. Goodness gracious me, it was a 4-1 win for Preston back in December 2022. That was a John Dar Thomason game as well. Goodness, I don't think he hasn't got anything. He's not pulled the wool over his eyes yet, has he? So he needs to get a win over Ryan Lowe. But of course, coming out to the odds here, 11-10 on is your Rovers. They are favoured here, 5-2 is draw, 3-1 is your long shots. I don't know. I don't think I've gone 3-1 win, but it's going to be a very, very difficult game. Of course, Preston showcasing their goal scoring exploits today against the Coventry City side, who ain't no slouches. So good win for Preston. It's going to be a tricky game and a nervy one, and Pete will be there with the watch along. We might even get a vlog or two on that one. Next up, we do have Cardiff up against Norwich, of course, coming to in Wales. Now these two sides have played each other according to Myers 25 times in 2003. We've got 8 wins for Cardiff, 14 wins for Norwich, 3 draws. Of course, biggest win for Cardiff, 2-0 win. They got 29 goals in 25 matches, 1.16 goals a game. Up against Norwich, 4-1 win. Their biggest, 39 goals scored in 25 matches, 1.56 goals a game. Without a win in 5 now for Norwich, 25% form for them right now. Again, not including the Rovers game, that might change some stats a little bit. 17th in the table and 17 points on the board right now. Cardiff up to 7th, 24 points on the board right now, 50% form for them right now. However, unbeaten in the last 3. Of course, looking at 8 okay as well. Last round in Cardiff, 1-0 win it was for Cardiff back in July 2022. Of course, coming at you with the odds, we do have Cardiff 7-5 for the victory, 9-5 is your Norwich, 12-5 is your draw. Cardiff are favoured here, of course, but again, early doors, that might change if Norwich pull out those stops. 1-0 win for me for Cardiff on this one, over in Wales. Big win for them. Norwich still continuing with the slump. Meanwhile, Coventry against Stoke coming at you at the Rico. Again, Coventry not doing great at the moment, but coming to us on played these two sides playing each other 19 times since 2002. 8 wins to Coventry, 7 wins to Stoke, 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Coventry, 2-0 win. They got 21 goals in 19 matches, 1.11 goals a game. Up against Stoke, 4-0 win, their biggest, 20 goals scored in 19 matches, 1.05 goals a game. Stoke are on a bit of form right now, unbeaten in the last 4, 58% form for them right now, 12th in the table and 20 points on the board. Up against Coventry, 20th, 15 points. They're up to 20, down to 20th right now, 15 points on the board without a win in 5. 4 defeats on the spin, looking grim at the moment for Coventry. Last round, over at the Rico, 4-0 win it was for Stoke back in what we're looking at April 2023. But the odds right here, right now, we have Coventry 6-5 for the victory, 21-10 is your Stoke, 12-5 is your draw. I'm going 2-2 draw on this one, point to pace. Stoke look red hot. Coventry needs something, but they're not going to get it. So all square for me. Meanwhile, Middlesbrough against Leicester City coming at you from the Riverside. Of course, now these two sides have put you 26 times in 1983. We've got 6 wins for Borough, 11 wins for Leicester, 9 draws. Of course, this could be a bit of a start for a bit of a blip for Leicester. 3-0 win, the biggest for Middlesbrough, 25 goals scored in 26 matches, 0.96 goals a game. Leicester 3-0 win, their biggest, 34 goals scored in 26 matches, 1.31 goals a game. Leicester 83% form for them right now. They do come into this on the back of a defeat. Of course, 39 points though. They are top of the table. Middlesbrough, of course, just 1 defeat in the last 6, 75% form for them, 11th in the table and 21 points on the board right now. Last round over at Riverside, 0-0 draw it was back in January 2017. Of course, yes, Leicester take on Middlesbrough, then Watford, Sheffield Wednesday, of course, then West Brom. So 3 of the next 4 are pretty tricky. But the odds for this game coming at you right here, right now, we have Borough 2-1 for the victory, 12-5 is your draw, 7-5 is your away win. Again, I do think this is a tricky game for Leicester, but I do still think they'll come out on top. 2-1 win for Leicester, but there is an opportunity here for Borough to upset the apple cart, put a dent in. Of course, Leicester City's flying start to the season. Of course, following on from a defeat, it could be another one. You just don't know. But I'm backing Leicester City to come away with it. Meanwhile, Southampton against West Bromwich Albion, a bit of a zinger this one over at St Mary's. Now these two sides have played each other 24 times since 2002. We've got 10 wins for Southampton, 6 wins for West Brom, 8 draws of course. Biggest win for the Saints, 3-0 win. They got 25 goals scored in 24 matches, 1.04 goals a game. Up against the Baggies, 3-0 win, their biggest, 23 goals scored in 24 matches, 0.96 goals a game. West Brom now 3 wins on the bounce, 75% form for them right now, 5th in the table, 26 points on the board. Up against the Saints, 83% form for them right now. They are 4th, 27 points on the board right now. It's quite tight, jam-packed in, of course, the table here. Last time around over at St Mary's, it was a 2-0 win for Southampton back in October 2020. The odds right here right now, we do have Southampton 11-10 on for the victory, 13-5 is your draw, 14-5 is of course your away win here. We're backing a 2-0 win for the Saints at home. They'll keep on marching. West Brom taking the L on this one. Next up we do have Watford up against Rotherham coming at Vicarage Road. Now these two sides again play each other 14 times in 2001. We've got 7 wins for Watford, 2 wins for Rotherham and 5 draws of course. Biggest win for Watford, 4-1 win. They got 22 goals scored in 14 matches, 1.56 0.57 goals a game. Rotherham, biggest win, 2-1 win. They got 11 goals in 14 matches, 0.79 goals a game on average. Just one win in 6 though for Rotherham. 33% form for them right now, 22nd in the table with 10 points on the board. Or well, you can twist it this way. Just one defeated past 4 for them, but still not great. Meanwhile, Watford coming to 2 wins in the last 6, however, unbeaten in the last 5, 58% form for them. They are 16th at the table and 18 points on the board right now. Last time around, though, over at Vicarage Road, it was a 1-1 draw back in January 2023. In fact, last season, it was back-to-back draws, both at Watford and Rotherham between these two sides. The odds here, 20-9 on is your Watford, of course, 7-2 is your draw, 5-1 is your long shots, of course. 3-1 win for me for Watford on this one, 3 points in the bag, and Watford moving up the ladder. Next up, we do have Hull City against Huddersfield in the Battle of the H's, of course, not the Ages, the H's. Coming at you from the or the MKM Stadium, played 15 times. To have 5 wins for Hull, 7 wins for Huddersfield, 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for Hull, 2-0 win. They got 13 goals in 15 matches, 0.87 goals a game. Huddersfield, though, biggest win for them, 4-0 win. They got 21 goals in 15 matches, 1.40 goals a game. Huddersfield, just 1 win in 6 now, 33% form for them. They are 21st in the table with 15 points on the board. Up against Hull, back-to-back, actually 2 wins the last 6, 42% form for them. They are 9th with 23 points on the board at the moment. Last time around, over at Hull, it was a 1-1 draw back in January 2023. Hull have not won against Huddersfield over the last 6. It's been 5 wins and just 1 draw between these two sides. But Hull's 10-7 on for the victory are favoured here. 13-5 is your draw. 41 is your Huddersfield. Hull are in a better shape, better firepower. Huddersfield, despite the form book, will not get anything out of this game. They're in trouble. 3-0 win. Hull City taking the points. Next up we have Ipswich Town against Swansea coming at you at Portman Road. Now these two sides have played each other according to my eyes 9 times in 2007. Got 2 wins for Ipswich, 4 for Swansea, 3 draws of course. Biggest win for Ipswich, 3-2 win. They got 9 goals in the 9 games, so you can do the math on that one. Meanwhile, Swansea, biggest win, 4-1 win. They got 16 goals in those 9 matches, 1.78 goals a game. Swansea, though, what we're looking at back-to-back games now without a loss, 58% form for them right now, 13 points, 13 for the table with 19 points. Up against Ipswich, they are second, 75 points, 75% form for them right now. Back-to-back games now, though, without a win. Take that in your pipe and smoke it. Of course, last time around, though, over at Portman Road, it was a 1-0 win for Swansea back in April 2019. Their tails might be up by Swansea. Of course, beating Rovers, getting a draw against Sunderland while being down to 10 men. But the odds right here now, we have 13-8 on is your Ipswich, 3-1 is your 4-1 is your long shots. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Ipswich at home. They should get a win here, and Swansea not get a thing on this one. Leeds United up against Plymouth Argyle coming at you over at Elland Road. Now these two sides have played each other 6 times in 2004. We've got 5 wins for Leeds, nothing for Plymouth, 1 draw. Of course, biggest win for Leeds, 3-0 win. They got 10 goals though in 6 games, 1.67 goals a game. Plymouth though without a win against them, they have scored 3 goals against Leeds. Of course, of those 6 matches, 0.50 goals a game. Plymouth though just 1 win in 6, 33% form for them right now, 19th for the table with 16 points on the board. Up against Leeds United, who are third, 5 wins in the last 6, 83% form for them as well. Last time around at Elland Road, it was a 2-1 win for Leeds. That was in the Championship back in April 2007. Of course, the odds right here, right now, we have Leeds United 4-1 on for the victory. United 2 is your draw, 10-1 is your long shots. That's Plymouth Argyle. 3-0 win, Leeds. Comfortably done, making a push for top 2. Aren't they? QPR against Bristol City. Of course, QPR new manager. A bit of a new manager bounce with the draw. Bristol City with a caretaker manager bounce most recently. Anyway, these two sides played each other 30 times since 1998. We've got 10 wins for QPR, 11 wins for Bristol City, 9 draws, of course. Biggest win for QPR and 3-0 win. They got 38 goals in 30 matches, 1.27 goals a game. Up against Bristol City, 3-0 win was their biggest. 41 goals scored in 30 matches, 1.37 goals a game. It's the Nacky Wells derby. That's right. 50% form though for Bristol City right now. 1-3 and lost 3. They're to 10th in the table with 21 points on the board. Up against QPR, who are 23rd, 9 points on the board. Of course, a draw last time around, but haven't won in the last 10 games. Last time around at Loftus Road, it was a 2-0 win for Bristol City. In fact, the home side hasn't won this game since Bristol City beat QPR 2-0 at Thrashing Gate back in August 2019. But the odds right here, right now, we do have QPR 7-4 for the victory, 11-5 is the draw, 31-20 is your away win. Could it be a new manager bounce? I'm thinking so. 2-1 win for QPR, Bristol City on the hunt for a new gaffer. Will they have one by that match? We'll see about that. Another team with a new manager, Sheffield Wednesday, another team without a manager. Is Millwall. Goodness gracious me. Played each other 20 times since 2001. We've got 7 wins for Wednesday, 6 wins for Millwall, 7 draws, of course. Biggest win for Wednesday, 3-1 win. Scored 23 goals in 20 matches, 1.15 goals a game. Millwall, though, biggest win for them, 4-1 win. They got 25 goals in 20 matches, 1.25 goals a game. Without a win now in 5, though, for Millwall, 42% form for them. They are 18th for the table and 17 points on the board. Up against Wednesday, 1 win in 6, 25% form for them right now, 24th for the table, 6 points on the board. 1 win in... Oh, they did lose to Bristol City, right? Last time around at Hillsborough was a 0-0 draw back in November 2020. That was in the Championship. But the odds right here right now, we do have Wednesday coming at you. 70-10 for the victory, 21-10 is the draw, 70-10 is your Millwall again on this. So I'm backing Wednesday here. Millwall, I don't know what they've done. I don't know what they've done with getting rid of Rowett. I don't know why that happened. I thought Rowett was doing an okay job. And right now they just don't have anybody in place to become the new manager. But 1-0 win for Wednesday. They've got a new coach. Should be another victory for him on this one. And that completes the pack, guys. Wow, wow, wee, wow, indeed. That's the link for the Super Brew, which will return next week, of course. And if I'm right, well, there are my picks right there in all their glory. And of course, if I'm right, this is what the table will look like as well. So make sure you get your picks in on that one, guys. I look forward to reviewing them and, of course, seeing how well you did and how I did in the Super Brew. But until then, make sure you smash the like, of course, get the YouTube algorithm working for you and also giving a big boost to the video as well. And also, if you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. A whopping 78% of you are not subscribed. Get those numbers, of course, working in the favour of the channel. But until then, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. Of course, we'll catch you later on the flip side. And, of course, until then, we'll see you soon. And, of course, be safe out there.